OK. Another story that has been gaining lots of attention over the last few days is the fact that the British Medical Association have called for an outright ban on alcohol of advertising to include all sports events, music sponsorship, ads, the whole lot. They want advertising of alcohol completely banned. They say this is to help curb the grooming of children into dangerous drinking. What do we think, ladies? Is this a token gesture? Is it going to work? Could it work?
I do think it's a bit of a token gesture, and I understand why they're doing it. You know, they feel like we've got to do something. We've got to stop young people from getting into this kind of drink culture. But my opinion is that I don't think that it's the advertising that does that. I don't know what the answer is, and I don't know why. You know, and it is completely different to when we were younger. And even now, you know, the kids now, they don't want to go out and have a drink and be sociable and enjoy a drink. They want to get absolutely hammered as quickly as possible. And that's not to do with advertising at all. You know, and I think by banning the advertising, you know, let's not... For a start, I would miss some of the adverts because they're quite clever, they're quite creative, you know.
Absolutely, some of them.
But they're subliminal. They're like, they might do something to make people change brands, like, oh, I won't drink that beer, I'll drink that beer. But I don't think it makes people go down the off-licence and stock up on 40,000 cans of beer at 50p each. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I think the problem is much deeper than that.
But the thing is, though, you see, I mean, these are doctors, so they're worried about the health of people in this country. And I have to say, get rid of the cheap booze, get rid of that culture for a start, because
that's... Then people who can't afford to pay a lot of money for drink can't afford to drink. You can't...
No, but you know what I mean by that. I mean, you know, these kids can go and buy anything for nothing these days, and, you know, that's what's caused this. But also, you know, it happened with cigarettes. Once that advertising went... You know, I don't even remember a cigarette advert now.
Oh, I do.
I don't. I mean, and I don't care. So I just think
anything
that could help. Let's try anything to stop this culture, because it's just destroying.
Carol, I don't think it's going to make a blind bit of difference if they ban the advertising, because, you know, advertisers just give people a choice. That's all they do. And they spend so much money on locating their correct audience, their market, their potential customers. It's like, you know, you're not going to try and sell soap powder to people you know haven't got washing machines. They find out who is most likely to buy alcohol.
Yes,
because
but it's not in your face.
No, but the thing is with that, I mean, they don't... It's the fact that it's associated with sport. It seems like a really unusual marriage of... But the market research has told them that football fans and sports fans like a beer. I mean, it's a fact. So they're not... These people are already drinking. I think, as you say, it's just giving them a choice of brand.
How complacent is that? So that means we don't do anything then. Let's not try and do anything and correct a situation.
Just ban booze. Ban it.
Let's do something.
Ban it all. Stop everyone from drinking.
But I suppose that's the question.
A lot of people are responsible drinkers.
A lot of people aren't. That's the problem.
This isn't responsible for making people drink. People are already drinking, and they're targeting... This audience that they target are already doing it.
Well, currently, 1 in 3 Britons drink to excess each week. So I suppose the question is, why are so many people keen to get absolutely bladdered?
Wasn't it on the front page of the Sun today when we won last night? Get the beers in.
Yeah.
But you look, there's nothing wrong.
But that is a lifelong association. You know, life on the terraces is always a booze fest.
There's nothing wrong with having a drink in celebration. You know, we did it the other night. I think most of us were fairly sensible. Yeah, but you know, the mentality now is kind of strange. And there was something in the paper yesterday, I think it was. It's about this club that's in Newcastle, which has got this policy that if you're not completely hammered by 3 a.m. and you have to take a test, then you either get your money back or they give you some reward or something really bizarre, which is basically making that out to be like the most normal thing to do in the world. And I think things like that should be banned. Those sorts of promotions that actually they're selling drinks for 50p or something, and it is their mission to get everyone completely paralytic. And that is, I think, is completely wrong, because, you know, you can't... If you stop them selling cheap booze, then people who don't have much money, and a lot of people don't at the moment, they can't afford to have their little treat at the weekend. Things like that. But just banning advertising, that makes
again, isn't it? They have to ban everything. I mean, just give us a choice. We're not all stupid.
We're sitting here, you know, hopefully intelligent women discussing this. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about some control. Somebody do something. Don't just sit and go, oh, well, it's all right, so you can do that. We know we shouldn't be. You can't. You've got to do something. Get off your backside and do something.
Why does everyone have to suffer? Business, you know...
Yeah, it's not up to the advertisers to put this right.
It's
because
up to
all they do is
somebody.
give us a
You're being
choice.
so complacent about it.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Sherrie,
Sherrie wages a one-woman war. We're going to take a little...